Okay, coming live on Sunday is Big Jeff himself. I'm actually here. I'll switch the camera. I know I look rough. All right, so I'm here in the warehouse on a Sunday. Do something cool. So we get back sometimes drivers and horns, and everybody out there knows they're not warrantyable. So they could be replaced, the diaphragm, which is cool. So what I'm doing today is getting a head start on our test bench, which I'm going to show you better. Fixing tweeters. What we do is we end up fixing them for customers, send them back, or we'll put them out in the showroom for walk-in local. So that's what I'm doing here. Let me flip it back. Okay, so we have I guess a easy test bench, but it's a test bench. I have a power supply, which we have up at 14 volts. It's a 100 amp power supply. We're using just a CD player first signal. It's a DS18 one. It's also a DS18 power supply, but there's plenty of power supplies. And if you're just doing for basic repair and testing, you don't need anything crazy. We have some test speakers here. One was a PRV that got banged up in shipping, but works fine. So being that's a beefy speaker, which one is that? A 12W750 we're using as a test speaker. And then I got a smaller one up there. I think that's X Pro 5.4 BM. Okay. And then we have a 4-channel on the table. So there's a bunch of junk on here. There's solder, there's tools, there's all types of stuff. But here we're going to talk about fixing, for instance, one of the hottest selling, we'll put this back on, a WG175. If anybody's out there, just give me a like or a thumbs up or a wave or something. I know it's Sunday, but I'm in here and I figured you guys that might never have done this yourself, easy than you think to do. The diaphragms obviously are way cheaper to buy than replacing the whole thing. So, long story short, we're going to start with, first you do is you can just get the trumpet, they call it, the horn, there's different names off, and then you're going to see, and again, all drivers are basically the same. They're just mounted different ways, and of course the diaphragms look different. So when you order from us the RPD 175PH, that's what it looks like. And people don't realize that all that music and sound comes out of this little thing. That's it. It's not the magnet and the trumpet. Obviously that causes resistance, and the power and the size of the trumpet actually changes the tone, but it's really all that craziness comes out of this little thing. So being that you're not having to replace the whole magnet and trumpet and you just replace the diaphragm, it's tremendously cheaper. So some of these are as cheap as $10 a piece. Okay, we have these on the Big Jeff audio website. But from there, what you'll do is loosen the screws. This one's pretty simple because you can see it's already marked positive, negative, so you don't have to do anything there. Once you loosen the screws, it'll come off. So I also have a multimeter set up here and just kind of show you when you have a dead diaphragm. I'm trying to do this with one hand. The multimeter is not changing at all because it's basically no continuity. It's separated inside, the coil burnt. When you have, hold on one second. I'm trying to do this all with one hand. I should have grabbed the tripod. So here's a brand new diaphragm. You can see it's coming up at 8 ohm, 7 ohm. It's going to bounce back and forth, but it's an 8 ohm driver, a diaphragm. That's what all these are. But when you have a bad one, there will be nothing. It'll just sit there dead. Okay. So we want to replace it, which is what we started to do over here. Now, important, when you pull this out, you want to be careful because this thing is really small. Zoom. Sorry about that. Okay, back here. What you guys want to be careful is this is really thin and small. And even the bigger ones, they're still small. They're still flimsy. You want to be careful. Biggest thing is that this actually slides in and out of this little canal down here. So you want to make sure that is clean. If you have some air, compressor, or a can of air, that's good. You can blow on it. And then what you're going to do is put this back in the same place it was. Okay? And I'm just going to double check, make sure I grab the new one and not the used one. Hold on one second, guys. I know it's going to be backwards. Okay, good thing I checked, because I would have put a bad one back in. See, that's why you don't want to assume. And Guarantee this is not as easy when you're doing this with one hand. All right, there we go. We're back. So there's the new one. All right, so we put the diaphragm back in place. And then we are going to put, if that'll match up, I see I didn't put this back right. Hold on. There's a cutout for it, and then the screws have to mount up. So I don't think I have this in the right spot. Twist this back around. Let's try it again. It looks like you guys are going to kill me, ain't you? There's the cutout for that. Let's see. There's the screw holes. And I'm trying to do this without setting the phone. There we go. All right, so this one actually matched up, and I want to show you that. There was a cutout for the diaphragm, and then the screw holes need to match back up. Okay, so once you have that done, let me find the Allen wrench. I promise I will be better prepared or have the tripod next time. Where did I put the Allen wrench in this mess? Okay. When in doubt. Oh, here we go. So all we're going to do at that point is we're going to screw this back down. There's no soldering. There's no gluing. I know some people do glue them down, but I wouldn't on these because you're going to end up probably replacing them over and over. You know, these things are so loud and so high pitched, we can't hear the distortion. So when they blow, we had no clue they're blowing. It just went. You don't want to over tighten this either. Just get a good extra turn. And give me some props, guys, because I'm doing this one-handed. Bam. Okay. And then what we want to do is the final is twist the horn back on. This is a 1-inch. So if we did this right, when I take our speaker wires from our test bench, which are right here, and I clip on the power, there we go. So that's really how simple it is, guys. And I think some of you are afraid. Michael Taylor, great video, thanks, awesome. So I think most of you guys are afraid and you get scared when you blow one because you don't know how simple it is to fix it. So it's a common thing with the horns and drivers because they just get so loud and it's such a high frequency, we can't hear it distort. And as you can see now, the diaphragms are really so small that it doesn't take much to melt this copper. You can even pull them apart and maintenance them, blow the dirt out, because what happens is you see the dust cover, stuff still gets in there over time, and what it does, it gets in that little track we talked about right down in there, and that'll actually seize this up. So you can take these apart and maintenance them. That might even give you longevity on the actual horn and driver. So now that you know it's not that hard to rebuild, you're not trying to run the online scam of ordering another one and send the other one back. I know all of you don't do that, but you will also just get used to keeping a couple on hand because you can see how quick and easy, even at a show or an event, that you could fix this and replace it. So whatever driver horn you have, whatever brand you have, get ready. When you get into this world of the car audio world, you're gonna blow stuff up. It's part of the field. We're going out there and we're trying to push everything to its limits to show off, and things are gonna blow up. At least with the drivers and horns, we can fix them that easy. So I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to get back to getting some of these done to give my guys a head start. We're actually way behind. As you can see, it doesn't matter the manufacturer. I have DS18 blown tweeters. I got PRV. I got Power Acoustic. I got Massive Audio. So this stuff here is fixable. We sell all the diaphragms on BigJeffAudio.com. There's actually a category for diaphragms. And then usually the diaphragm will start at least with the part number of the driver or tweeter. And then they usually have a VC at the end, or PRV does theirs is RP for replacement diaphragm, RPD. So everybody has their little niche, but if you don't know, call or message the office, 352-304-6699, or send an email to info@BigJeffOnlineInc, that's INC for incorporated.com. Or just send us a message on Facebook. We'll get you a link to the right one. You can order it. We'll ship it out. You have it, and you can see how fast it is to fix it. All right, guys, so I'm going to head out, get a couple of these done. And I know we got the giveaway going. So if you haven't shared that video, to the public. You got to make sure it says public share, and you haven't liked it with a comment or something, you won't be a part of it. And we're hopefully going to hit 500 shares and likes by Monday. And I'll just give you the inside tip. I'm already ready for the next one, and the next one's going to include some actual dollar bills. So let's get this one over with. Let's find out who the winner is and get on to the next one. I'm excited. This is the start to 2020. You guys got me out of my garage of my house to warehouse and employees and everything. So I love you guys, and this is the way I can give back to my customers by giving out some free stuff. So make sure you share and like the giveaway video. Make sure even you share and like this one. Guys, really, not everybody knows how to repair something. It's real simple. You don't have to be a brainiac or some kind of wizard, and now you won't be so scared to fix your own tweeters or drivers. So I hope this was cool, and happy Sunday. I'll talk to you guys next week. Love and blessings. I'm out of here.